Hey guys, it's been forever since I've done a makeup video. I had a baby 3 months ago exactly, and today is September 1st, and I really wanted to share with you guys um, a new makeup look I've been rocking lately. I don't know if I wouldn't probably call it rocking, but I've been wearing lately, and it's more of a heavy-handed makeup look, which that's what I call it, but really it's just a heavier makeup look. It involves quite a few steps, um, but it's really fun for if you're going on a date or if you have girls' night or something important or nice like a wedding or like something more glamorous. It's really fun to try something different like this. I usually wear my makeup really light. Very much the Bobbi Brown mentality of, your natural skin should show through. It's just, to enhance your natural beauty. But lately I've been trying to just do a heavier look, who knows why. But really it's kind of fun to change it up. I'm sure in a couple of months I'll hate this look and want to go back to like a more natural look. But right now it's been fun. I wouldn't suggest wearing this look like to the grocery store or like just as a day-to-day look because it is a very heavy look and it does require quite a bit of makeup. And you should let your skin breathe. So if you're doing this every day to your face, then there's other problems, but it's not good to do that much. But anyway, so this is going to be what I call the heavy-handed glam look. This is really fun. I hope you guys can take this and learn some new techniques. Also, if you don't want to do the whole look, just maybe take the eye part of it, the lips, whatever. I was just gonna do this with like music in the background and just kind of just not talk and just like do it. But I know a lot of people who actually watch my channel are kind of newer in the makeup world, so you kind of want the teaching, and I feel like I'm a teacher at heart, so I'm gonna be talking to you guys the whole time just so you guys know the techniques and stuff. First things first, I have a really clean face, no makeup. It's properly moisturized, it's properly exfoliated. That's really important when you're doing a lot of makeup on your face, is you want it to be exfoliated every week, and you want to make sure you take really good care of your skin so that it doesn't look like you're cakey or messed up. Okay, so I just pull my hair back just because I don't want it to get in the way. We are going to start actually with our eyes first, because when you do a heavy-handed eye makeup look, you really need to start with your eyes and then go from there. So I'm going to be using this first and foremost. It's actually concealer, but I'm going to use it for my eye base, for my eyeshadow, and it's called Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind, and it's just on this little foamy thing. And I'm probably going to use a little mirror just to kind of see it. So I'm just going to smear, what a word, smear a little bit on each eye. It doesn't have to be pretty. See, it's kind of blotchy. And then you just go right in with one of your fingers and you just completely smooth it over the whole lid up to the eyebrow bone completely. Just because you want it to be prepped, and this way your eyeshadow will last so much longer and it won't crease. It will just make it so much more intense too. And this is not an actual eyeshadow base, it's just concealer. I find that sometimes these concealers work better than the actual eyeshadow bases, so this is 2 for 1. I'm going to put that down for now, even though we are going to use it later during the complexion part. I am going to be using my Morphe eyeshadow kit. This is the 350 kit. It's beautiful. This right here, including shipping, is $28. Yeah. Amazing eyeshadows, amazing quality. This Morphe is known for their great prices and their great brushes. Looks like that in the front. This is the warm palette, so it's like incredibly warm colors. What we're going to be using today, we're doing like a smokier dark eye, is we're going to be using more these cooler tone browns and, sorry, it's hard to do this with reds, and some, whites. We are going to stay away from the reds and the caramels and stuff today because that's for a whole other look, and I plan on doing that later. This you can order on their website, morphe.com, morphbrushes.com. I love it. They're out of California. They're just one singular store, and they're amazing. So this is going to take some process, so let's go ahead and get started. First things first is I take a really fluffy brush. This is just Clinique fluffy brush. Any fluffy brush will do. Make sure it's clean. And I'm going to go in, and you guys don't have to have this kit in order to perfect this eye. Just kind of go by the colors. There's so many amazing eyeshadow palettes out right now, cheap and expensive. You don't really have to go and buy this. I'm going to use like this light cream colored one right here. I'm going to get it all over my brush. Wow, this is so big. And then I'm not going to tap any of it off because I want it to be really white. This is really a matte white. So you want to make sure your base is a really matte white. And you go all over the eyelid up to the brow bone. And I dipped it some more with that really matte eye look. And then all the way up to the brow bone, fluff it, make sure it's all in. And that just kind of creates a really good base for the whole eye. I've always done that. It always just works. Okay, so you can put the fluffy brush down, and now we're going to go right into arch work. Arch brushes there's all different kinds. This is just a very basic, sorry, I don't have the best camera. This is just a very basic, brush for eyeshadow. It's fluffy, but it's not too fluffy. It's smaller, so it can really, but not too small. It's just a very medium-sized brush, and I got it, I think, somewhere super cheap at like Walgreens. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. There's nothing on it right now, so it's fine. You're just gonna do like windshield wipers, like across the middle of your eye, kind of where your eyeball and your brow bone meet. And we're gonna focus more on the corner and go kind of in the middle of the eye. And we're basically just gonna get a blended look. And then we're going to keep adding. Like I said, this is a process. So I'm going to do like a medium brown right here, like a medium light brown. And then I'm not going to probably show you this every time, so I'm just going to kind of go with you. I'm going to do like a medium brown to start, and then I'm going to start adding a more darker color. And then if I have to, I'll add another darker color. We're just building. You always want to start lighter and work your way up because that is just easier in general. If you start super dark and it messes up, then it's like you have to kind of start all over. So start light, work your way up. And that is my husband in the background, and he's playing games. Our kids are resting. So this is the only time of day I can do this. So sorry for that distraction. So I'm going to go with this light taupey matte brown. Make sure you do matte. And I'm actually going to make this a little closer for you guys so you guys can see. So I'm going to go right in. And I am going to go right in the middle of my eye like that and create a windshield wiper motion all over the eye. Not going completely to my nose area. You're just going to kind of go lightly over the eye area. And you're just windshield wiper motions. And again, I said this is a light to medium matte brown. And just kind of go like that. You don't really go any lower than where your eyeball and stuff is. So there, it's kind of choppy right now because right now we're just building. I'm going to do the other side because that's how I do my makeup. I don't do one eye and then the other I do it at the same time. So I'm going to start in the middle, go to the corner and sweep, 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 sweep. Some people call it a sweepy motion. Some people call it windshield wiper. It's the same thing. It's whatever you want to call it. And I dip more just as I go. Sometimes I don't get as much on the brush as I originally thought, so we just kind of work with it. As long as they both look the same at the end, that's all that matters. So sweep, 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 sweep. Sweep, 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 sweep. Okay, so right now what you have is a very basic arch that's not finished. It's a little choppy. We need to work with it. So now my goal is I want to darken the corner right here and the inner part of my eye, and then have the middle be the lightest part of my eye, and then this part right here just kind of get blended and go with the flow. We're not going to get really dark up here because then you look kind of like a drag queen, and that's not what we're going for. We just want to go for a really hot girl smoky eye. So now I'm going to go with a darker matte brown, nothing shiny yet. The shiny's for like the middle and the ending. I'm going to go, and I've been using more cool tones out of this kit. Cool tones meaning they're not like a reddish or an orangish undertone. So I'm just going to dip a little bit, and then I'm going to go right at the corner of my eye, where my eyeshadow is right there, the dark, the medium brown, and I'm going to swoop it all the way down to my eyelash line, just in the corner. And I'm going to build it, and again, it doesn't have to be blended yet, because all we're doing is kind of getting a darkness right at the corner of the eye. Sorry, I'm not really talking because I'm trying to stay focused here. And you just kind of keep building it. This part's kind of tricky in the regard that it takes a little bit of building and a little bit of patting on and sweeping it. It's just the amount of just getting it on. And so there's that. Actually, I'm going to use this smaller brush right here. Sorry, I know I thought I'd forgotten this. It's a very rounded end foundation brush. This is e.l.f. and it was like $1 at Target. Same dark brown. Yeah, much better. And just kind of make a line to the corner of the eye. And then I'm going to do the other side. See that? That one's much easier because I use this brush. See that? I don't go above where our eyeshadow was. I just stay right where it was and I go down. It's kind of like a good factor. Again, we're not blending yet. We're just making a really dark corner. And you kind of go a little bit in to the eye. Okay? And then with that same color, the dark matte brown color, you're going to go in the corner of your eye, on the inner part of your eye, and you're just going to kind of pat it on right in the corner, kind of sweeping up like a fan, but not too much. Okay, and then this side, inner corner all the way. A little more. It's going to look choppy, guys, because it's a smoky eye, and smoky eyes look choppy until they're done. It takes a lot of work, but it's doable. You just have to be a little afraid. You just can't be afraid to kind of get messy before it gets good. If that makes any sense. Okay, so it's not as dark on the inside of my eye because I don't want to go too dark on the inside because you're going to learn through this video there's just a lot that's involved in a really heavy makeup look. Okay, so what I have done is I have made the outer part of my eyes dark. The inner part of my eyes dark. This little base on top just kind of creates a little bit of dimension. This part now is where we're going to start putting a little bit more shimmery, a little bit more gold reflecty stuff all over, reflecty, whatever that word is, all over the middle of my eye. I'm going to be using a sponge. Any kind of sponge is fine for some of these tiny, they come in the kits. Okay, I'm going to be using these colors, which you can't really tell in the video, but they're like shimmery, peachy, white, nothing too dark. And I'm just going to get my sponge pretty loaded on right there. And I'm just going to go right in the middle of my lower eye, and I'm not going to sweep it. I'm going to pat it right in the middle of those two dark zones, as I call them, dark zones. That's a good way to describe it. Dip it again. Go and start patting it on. Pat, 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 pat it on. Okay. A little bit more of this creamy, shimmery, peachy, white, pearly color, if that makes any sense. And do not be afraid to use a lot of it. Really get that sponge loaded with it, or whatever brush you end up using. Something that you want to use, whatever you decide to use, you want to use something that can help it pack on, that's a good word, because you really want to make sure it doesn't go away. You don't want your makeup to go away. So that's in the middle. Still very choppy. So now we're going to go back in with our kind of rounded normal eyeshadow brush, and we are going to go back with that starter color, that light medium-ish brown matte color, and we're going to go right in that little sweeper motion in the middle of the eye and connect whatever we did together. And blending. Blend, blend, blend. There is never such a thing as too much blending. Like I said, you're going to use that starter color, so like that lightish medium brown. You guys can use any color you want to use in this eye. You can use any color. I didn't learn this smoky eye from anybody. This is just kind of the way I've always done my smoky eye. It's probably a million different techniques I've learned that I've just put together. I didn't like take this from someone else. This is just mine, and I've just adapted it here and there. And then you're going to go back with that darker brown that were the corner parts, the zones as I call them, and you're going to kind of go right back over where you started. So it's a lot of what's the word I'm using? It's a lot of going back is the word. You're just going to, and so you see I'm doing the corner again, just what I did, but now I'm kind of taking the rest of that leftover color and putting it in the arch area. And then I'm going to go with that same dark color and kind of build it right there, but I'm not going to sweep it out right there. I'm just going to kind of build it and then go back and sweep, 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 sweep. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side. This side's a little bit darker, so I'm going to do a little bit of a lighter hand. Sweep, 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 blend, blend, blend. You got to blend. Get that corner eye area. Actually, I'm going to take the corner eye areas today. For some reason, I just don't want to pick up color. I don't know if they're just being bad. I'm going to take that dark brown. I'm going to put it on this little sponge brush that I used for the lightest color. And I am going to kind of apply it with that. I should have done that in the first place. I'm sorry, guys. So use a little sponge applicator and get that middle part, not middle part, the light corner, the corner part dark. See that? So that's pretty smoky. So we're going to focus on the top now. I'm going to take this big old fluffy brush that I started with. Nothing's on it. I'm going to go right in the crease, and I'm just going to go back and forth and blend it up. Back and forth. Blend it up. Back and forth. Blend it up. Back and forth. Blend it up. Okay? And we're not going to do anything else. We are not done with the top. We have to work on our eyebrows next, so that goes with that. So now we're going to still go with this, and we are going to go with that super light color we started with, and we're going to pat it on again. I know it seems silly. I'm just kind of touching it with my hand. Sometimes I do that. I use my finger a lot for that. It seems silly to have to do this like pretty much twice through, but the key to a smoky eye look is taking your time and really getting a really pretty precise look. So what we have here is zones are dark, light, medium-ish, archy. And we're not done with the eyes. We're just done with that for now because we now need to go into eyebrows. A smoky eye requires good eyebrows. Really good eyebrows. Okay, so we are going to go right into NYX powder. This is just their dark brown kit. I got it on Amazon for I think $4.99. We're going to go in with a simple, cheap Archie brush that's not wet, just dry. I'm just going to go right into the dark brown. I don't use any of the wax or anything. And I'm going to go, this is very important because eyebrows suck lately. Everybody's really bad with eyebrows. We want a good eyebrow. We want it to be dark and nice. We don't want to look weird and we don't want to go over. I always stay within my hair. I don't add to my eyebrows. I just stay within my hair and work with what I've got. Work with what you have. Don't add. You look freaky if you do. Okay, so you're going to start at the front and work your way across. And this is just a very light hand. You don't want to dip too much onto the brush. You just want to start light and just keep adding. And we're just going, sweeping it across. Nothing fancy here. All the way across. The whole brow gets completely covered. I kind of use my finger to kind of smooth it down a little. See the difference? And I'm not done yet. this is a little bit, there, maybe it's better just to do that. I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to do this one. This is my better eyebrow. Everybody has an eyebrow that's better than the other one, and this is my better one. So again, you just kind of sweep it across. Make sure that it really gets covered from top to bottom. Don't go out of your hairline. And obviously use a powder that isn't too far off from your natural color. You don't want to look nutty, people. You want to look pretty, not like a clown. So there you go, completely covered. Okay, so that's all you're going to do with the powder. Then you're going to take a pencil. This is the Anastasia brow pencil, and this is an ebony, which is dark. But I find that if I do a light touch with it, it works. I'm going to go over the whole brow with it and just kind of make little lines, not lines, just kind of little, simple little stippling, stipple, stipple all across. You're never going to just do, you don't want to look weird, and you're just going to stay within your hairline. Light. And that might look, you can't really tell from here how hard I'm pushing down. I'm not. I'm barely touching my eyebrow. Light, light, light. You don't want to look weird, guys. And the eyebrows really can make you look weird if you're not. So there's that. Now the great thing about Anastasia's brow pencil is there's a little spoolie is what people call them. And you're just going to kind of comb it and groom it. Some people like their brows kind of combed up, so I'm just kind of like I'm going with the flow. Just depends on the day. I'm just going to have it all kind of going one way. And then, I'm telling you guys, there's a process. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel, and this is in brunette. Again, I will list everything at the bottom, very organized, so you know. This is just going to very lightly, I'm barely touching my eyebrow, go over. This really isn't for color. This is for setting. I mean, if you just use this by itself, it's going to add a little bit of color, but it's just mostly to set it. It's kind of like the hairspray for eyebrows. It kind of gives it just what it needs to kind of stay. So now I'm going to let that dry, and we're done with brows. Okay, now we're getting into complexion. Oh, wait, we have to do the rest of our eyes. I'm sorry. This is going to be a long video. I'm sorry, but it's going to be worth it, you guys. We're going to go into eyeliner. I'm going to use a Master Precise Maybelline liquid felt tip liner. It's real pointy. And I'm just going to do a very simple across, come from top to bottom, across. And it's going to just be a thin line. And you're just going to go all the way across. Whatever you feel comfortable with, as long as it's black, just line the top of your eye. Not too heavy, not too thin, just a normal amount of eyeliner on top. And this is where this little precision comes in point. I do a little bit of a wing with the darker eye. You're just going to, after you've got it completely lined, you're going to take the end and kind of give yourself a tiny wing. I'm not super big on a big wing. I like a very tiny wing just to kind of add emphasis. I'm going to do the other side. If you don't like wing look and it's too 60s or too twiggy for you, that's fine too. Do what you're comfortable with. But I would suggest, if you're going to do this heavy of an eye, to really line your eyes, because it really does add to the hot girl makeup look. Okay. It's kind of hard to do this without. I'm going to do that little line. The key to a really good winged eye is not think about it, just go in with it. You can barely tell, but it's pretty small. If the wing eye is too hard for you, practice makes perfect. It really does. I'm going to go with some Nars, just a normal eye pencil. It's not a pencil, but it's kind of, and I'm going to go under, and I'm going to line from this to this, but not too dark. I'm just going to do a light touch all across the lower part of my eyelash. Again, light, light. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to kind of sweep it across to kind of blend it. Do this side. Light, 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 guys. We don't want to look like raccoons. Sorry, I don't really, it's hard to talk when you're doing this because you want to make sure you don't look like a raccoon in the browsers. Sweep it across. And I did this one darker, so I'm going to take this little spongy thing I did earlier, kind of wipe that part off, and sweep. Okay, so see how my eye is completely rimmed. Then you're going to go, gosh, this is a lot of makeup. You're going to go in with the same little pencil, and you're going to do your waterline of your lower eye. Your waterline is just kind of like that. It really does make all the difference in the world, all the way across. Sometimes it's got to pat it dry for it to really work. Now we're going to do mascara. Curl those lashes. Obviously, the most important part of a heavy-handed makeup look is really the eyes. It's really what makes it. We are going to do this Lancome booster. It's basically what you put over the eyelashes before you put the actual mascara on. It gives a white tint to them, and it adds a little bit to them. I don't know if it actually does, but it seems to really help me separate my eyelashes because I have a lot of eyelashes, and it helps kind of give out a really pretty fanned out look. So that's just a boost. You don't have to use that. Any, mascara is mascara, whatever works for you. I am not going to be doing fake eyelashes for this look, though I'm not against fake eyelashes. They can really add to a pretty eye. But for me, there's really two reasons why I don't. One, I'm a mom, and I don't have time to worry about my eyelashes falling off, like the fake eyelash. And two, I find when I do wear my fake eyelashes that even though it's really pretty in essence and in theory, if I take like a picture with my husband or something and I look back and it just really, I see how fake they look. And so I try to just use a really good mascara and really just coat my eyelashes. And I am blessed in the sense that I do have very long eyelashes, so I don't really need fake lashes. But if you feel like you need that, then and you know how to add them, then you add them. Again, I'm not against eyelashes. Oops, I forgot to do. It's too late now. I forgot to do the other side with the white stuff. Crap. Oh well, it's really not that much of a difference. It just might not be as defined. So we're just going to cover our eyelashes, coat that crap on, man. Get them black. Dark as night. Okay. Again, I use a lot of mascara. Okay, so mascara is done. I need to let it dry for a second. Woo! Sorry. Ugh, it's all over the corner. I did get a little bit. This is why I like doing, okay, for a heavy eye makeup look, so good to wait to do your complexion and your foundation after because it just kind of gets everything taken care of. Okay, so now we're going to get into complexion, and I need to hurry because this video is fast. It's getting long. Concealer. First things first, you're just going to do a sweep of a really light concealer down the middle of your nose, top of your forehead, a little round. I go all the way pretty much down. War stripes. And then this is tricky. Contouring. This is actually a foundation stick, and it's Bobbi Brown, but it's not in my color. It's in Golden Almond 6.75. I take this awesome contouring brush from Tarte. Oh, I love this brush. And I sweep a little bit on this, a tiny bit, and then I do right below my cheekbone area, I do a perfect line. Do you see that? Tiny, tiny bit. I don't want to get too much on there. Perfect line. Mm, 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 mm. And then I take the other side of this arch brush and I blend it. Blend, blend, blend. And then for my eyes, I take a foundation brush and I blend my concealer. Lately, I've been using this foundation brush to blend my concealer because I don't want to drag my finger across my eye and get like some dark stuff mixed in from my eye makeup. So I use this brush because it's very precise, and that's really important. If you're going for a heavy-handed look, you don't want to look messy because sometimes that can happen. So now it's time for the big sponge. It's pink, it is wet, and I'm going to use my classic Makeup Forever HD in N120. Shake it real good. Pump 2 on the back of your hand. I highly recommend getting this. Sephora. I got it on Amazon actually, but it's at Sephora too. And you get it wet and you shake out squeeze out all the water. Get it all over this brush, and then you are going to go and pat it all over, kind of avoiding where you just put all your concealer. Pat, 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 pat. Yes, I put it on my lips. It just kind of works. Okay, so that's done with. It just, that really makes it so much quicker. Okay, so now we're going to kind of let it dry for a second. And now we're going to go in with the contour kit, Anastasia Contour Kit, the Holy Grail. We're going to go in with this banana color and then this lighter color, these lighter colors. And I take this fluffy brush that's all clean and I just touch all 3 of these light colors and I go under my eye area and I put tons of powder. Highlighter powder is what it's called, all over my, and then dip it again into light stuff, kind of right where your concealer went. Okay, now you're going to take this, oh, no, sorry. You're going to take this fluffy round brush and you're going to go with this medium matte brown color and you're going to go down the side of your nose. Kind of all the way on the side of your nose. Not going in the middle, obviously. Blending it out. Blending it out. Then you're going to take your big fluffy brush again. Get that light color, one of the light colors, any light color that has a little bit of shimmer. Put it down the middle of your nose. Now you're going to take an angled blush brush and you're going to take that one of those, any of those brown colors, those contour colors, and you're going to go right where you kind of had that stick at and you're going to start blending it up. Now, this normally doesn't take me this long to put makeup on, but I'm explaining it to you. Usually this kind of a face takes me 15 minutes by myself without talking, obviously, and any distractions. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, 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 blend. Take a medium brown, kind of go on the side of your face. Just sweeping it. Let's kind of give it a dimension, just a little bit on the top. This is the most important part, is to blend. I take this with nothing on it and I blend it. You need some fluffy brushes if you're gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna actually take this and dip a little bit of the brown over. Okay. Looks a little madness, but it's not going to be. Take this is just kind of a Clinique brush, and just kind of work with the brown. It takes me forever to blend, so I don't want to look nuts. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the medium brown and go underneath, just to kind of give me more of a definition. It looks, because of the lighting, this looks darker than this side, but it's not. My lighting is terrible. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to take this MAC Swoon Pink Powder Blush, use this, get it coated on there, and just do the tops of my cheekbones, add some pink. And then, trying to think of anything else. This is called Makeup Forever HD powder. It's just a translucent white powder that kind of comes in this neat little spongy thing. You're just going to kind of blend it all over the face just to kind of set it. Okay, and then we are going to go in and do lips. I'm going to be using the MAC Pink Treat Liner, and I'm going to line my lips. It's a just kind of dusty pink color. It is not kind of, it is a dusty pink color. All over my lips. Top to bottom. Get them covered. I don't overline my lips, I just go with my natural. And then my favorite nude lip ever, and it's called Nude 657 by Maybelline. It's their new matte collection. It's literally called Nude, and it's the most perfect nude color ever. Don't waste your money on expensive lipsticks. This is perfect. And I just sweep it all the way across. Okay. So let's make sure I got everything done. So this lighting is not good. It looks like I'm orange. I'm not, I assure you. It looks good everywhere else, just not on this video. So this is a very heavy makeup look. Very heavy makeup look. Again, this looks like I put a ton on, and I have, but it's not. So there's my eyes. Very defined brows, but not overdone. Contouring, highlighting, really pretty mauve nude lip for fall. It's just really fun. It's a different look. It's really intense, but it is fun to sometimes change it up. I like it. Looks good. And it's good for selfies. See, because you can really get a good angle. So I hope you guys like it. It's a long video. Sorry. I hope you learned a lot. And go ahead and try some heavy-handed glam look. It's really fun. Hopefully it helped. And I will see you guys later.